Hey guys, and welcome back. All this warm weather, it's about 60 degrees today, but all this warm weather has got me really thinking about all the projects we've got to do around our homestead this year. So I'm going to go over some of the projects that'll be coming up, and I'll be doing separate videos on all of these things as we go through the season. But to get started, I'm just going to jump in the brooder and we're going to take a look at the chicks that we hatched a few weeks ago. These guys have all gotten really big at this point. It's really warm today, so I've got the top off, but they're perching on everything in there and just doing their thing. There's a lot of them in here. It's a nice warm brooder box for them, but these guys, as soon as we get a house built for them, we'll be going out into their own coop. One of the first projects we're going to do this spring is we've got an 8x16 hay wagon running gear that we're going to modify and build a mobile coop that we can pull around our field. We'll be doing that first because as soon as we get that done, these little pullets will be going out into that. Some other projects that we're going to do, I'm going to walk over and show you our processing area. We're going to be building a roof over that, so I'll explain some of that. All right, so our processing area has always been right here against the chicken coop. I'm going to build a roof. It'll be open-sided for now, but there'll be a roof built on this side, and then it'll wrap around the back here where our kill station is. So it'll be an L-shaped open-sided building for now. We might put some lattice up just to shield us from the road, but we'll be able to move our equipment here and leave it here permanently. I'll get some gravel down so we have a nice firm base, and it'll just be a big improvement over last year. I'll take you guys over. I had mentioned in one of the last videos we bought a scalding unit, a commercial scalding unit, so I'll show you guys that. We've got a little bit of work to do to that to get that up and running. Our first process date for meat birds will be May 19th, so I've got a little bit of time, but a lot to do in the meantime. Now the building that we're putting up back here, it's probably going to come, I don't know, 8 or 10 feet off of the chicken coop, and I'll have ledger boards tying the roof right into it. The chicken coop is not on a foundation, it's just on blocks. I am digging, let's see, this side we'll have 3 posts sitting on sonotube footings, and then actually it'll be 4 posts, and then probably 4 more across the back to make that L shape. And of course I'll dig those a couple feet down. I'm not going to go too crazy on getting them. Standard footings around here generally 4 feet, but with that chicken coop floating, I don't really want to go too crazy doing the footings for this properly. This is all kind of designed to move if we needed to move it. This is a piece of leased land, but the kill station will stay where it is, and I'll put some footage in of how we have had this set up in the past. But basically we'll have the setup will be the same. We'll just have a nice roof over it, some nice gravel on the ground, just to make everything a little more permanent and easier for us in the summertime. Especially with that new scalding unit, we're really going to be able to crank some chickens out. We have 840 meat birds planned so far. Depending on how things go, we may add a few to that. The chickens, of course, are really enjoying being out these sunny days, and they've been cranking out the eggs finally. So they're liking this warm weather. And of course, with all this snow melt that's been happening, the chicken yard is turning into a mud pit here. I did get the tractor in and open the ditch up so the water can run off. Things are melting really quickly. It's been upper 50s the last couple days, and we've got some rain coming, so I have a suspicion that most of this snow will be melted by the end of the week. We can get in and start repairing some of these chicken tractors that are out in the field. I've got 3 of them out in the field. I got 2 more that I bought in the fall, and 2 more I still got to go pick up. And then while we're over here, it's so warm today, the bees are really active, so I just thought I'd show you guys that. There's 3 colonies here that all seem to be doing pretty good. The one The second one from the left, I think, is dead. I'm not sure because there is some bees flying around it, but I'm fairly certain that one's dead. And this is our automatic scalding unit that we purchased. Got a little bit of rebuild work to do to it. I've got to install the burners underneath. The previous owner had it set up with on-demand hot water. I think we're going to go back to the original propane boiler. It's got 2 burners that we need to install and get plumbed in, and a control unit to put on the side. It does have a digital controller for the heat, which should work with the propane. It's been sitting out under a tarp all winter. We're going to get this thing, I got some parts to order, and we'll get this thing up and running back in the new area. Now this automatically regulates the water depth, it replenishes the water, and it's got the big paddle in there that flips them over, and you can do 6 or 8 chickens at a time in this unit. And we're pretty excited to have it. Now we've also got to get the plastic back on this greenhouse. We're going to order some plastic and get that installed. We've got plants in the greenhouse now, so we'll be using this as soon as the snow is melted. We'll get it recovered with plastic. The wind blew it down, broke a bunch of the bows last year, so I rebuilt that last summer. It's ready for plastic now, so we'll get that on in the next few weeks. Now I'm heading back into the greenhouse where Heather is planting seeds right now, and we'll go over some of the varieties that we're planting. All right, we're here in the greenhouse now. Heather's planting seeds. What are you planting today?
Peppers.
What kinds?
All of them.
All of them? How do you decide what to plant? I mean, obviously we're selling this stuff, so people might be curious what people are buying or what people are asking for.
What I decide to grow is what I get asked for. But obviously, green peppers.
Green peppers?
Jalapenos. Sweet peppers. People like the snack size peppers, which are very expensive and they're hard to find. So I just try to find different types of sweet peppers that are smaller.
Now they're the ones that are called lunchbox peppers or whatever?
Well, no, lunchbox peppers is a type of pepper.
Oh, okay. Or just the snack
those
size?
are really expensive, so I didn't get those.
Okay. So jalapenos, where's
Cayenne, this is a sweet Italian pepper, which is smaller. Jalapeno. I'm doing purple bell peppers now, and then I'll do regular bell peppers. I have some more Italian, or some more snack size peppers coming. I just don't have the seed yet.
Okay. Cool. And what have you planted so far over here on the seed starting area?
Onions, leeks, 1 tray of cilantro, 1 tray of parsley, and snapdragons.
And the heat mats are on now too?
Yeah.
The blue on top of the benches there, that's a heat mat, and it goes to a controller, which is over here. I don't know if I've ever discussed this in any videos, but we set that on the temp we want, and then this stays nice and warm. Of course, it's really hot in here today with the sunshine. We did get some plants, some trays of pansies already, which will be planted soon. That's going to be one of the first things that we sell. Will be the pansies, and we've got some special pots and stuff for them. Now, what is the soil that you're using this year for seed starting? Because that's different than we usually use.
It's a Berna organic germinating mix.
Okay, it's a lot finer.
Yeah, I mean, germination mix that's the way it's supposed to be.
Did we get any germination mix last year, or did we just make our own? 'Cause I remember sifting a bunch last year.
Yeah, I mean, I sift it when I start seeds just to get the heavy shit out.
Yep. Now, I'm just curious, when you seeded that, did you you laid the seeds in and then you just covered it with a thin layer.
Yeah.
And
These ones aren't done yet. It's just sitting on top of the soil.
So we found that peppers germinate better in an open tray like this. And then she just sprinkles a little bit of potting mix over the top.
There's probably a reason why they don't germinate.
But we don't know what it is. We've always struggled with peppers for some reason. They actually start better in the house than they do in the greenhouse, but we've had
probably because I don't use a germination chamber or some stupid reason.
Pretty good luck doing these open trays though. We got our first delivery of Pro Mix today. This is just general purpose potting mix that we use. We do somewhere between 10 and 15,000 flowers in this 34 by 48 greenhouse, which is about 5 years old now, holding up well. It's a double layer of plastic with an inflation fan, which is pretty typical of this area. It helps with snow load. This is what they call a Gothic style greenhouse. Roll up sides. These are manual with a crank, but most of the summer the sides will be rolled right up on this. This greenhouse has an automatic shutter fan up in the peak, and I'll walk around the back and show you the other component to that, and they're both on separate thermostats, but there is a shutter in the back which comes on a couple of degrees cooler than the main ventilation fan, so that it doesn't make a vacuum inside the greenhouse. So that'll open, and then temperature raises a couple degrees, and that fan draws air through this vent on the back, which is just a vent that opens and just pulls air through. And then in combination with our interior circulation fans, it just keeps everything, the air kind of moving in there. The ventilation fans are all kicking the air basically in a circle, and I'll show you that. These fans on this side are all pointed towards the back, and then the ones over here are all pointing towards the front. And then the heat, of course, when it's needed, it's hanging in the back and blows straight out, and then the fans catch that, and it basically turns it in a circle in here so that it just keeps everything consistently the same temperature. We do have some other fans that we set up when we need to, like this big one here. And now I'm back down at our main store and building. Stores here behind me, and we've got a few modifications that we're going to be doing to the barn before we open Mother's Day weekend. We've got to get a clear plastic roof installed on the front porch, which I had just left open last year and we hung plants from. I've got to build and install these sliding barn doors to cover these openings, both these two large openings as well as the side entrance. We're going to have some more retail stuff this year, which we'll have inside the barn. I just got to be able to secure it, so right now it's just storage. But the plan is over on this side, we'll have a wall there with trowels and fertilizers and potting soils and things like that, along with the benches that we had last year, which are all standing up against the wall right now, so we'll have to get those all laid back down and installed for the season. I'll have to get my equipment out of here and my motorcycle. Now, one of the biggest projects that we're going to do, which is kind of priority, and I hope I can get it done this year, is the back of our store. We need more space, and we'd like to do a commercial kitchen, which will aid us in our processing and cutting down of chickens and just packaging. It'll just make everything so much easier to have a covered space with lights and real plumbing. When I built the building, I built it so that I could build a 12 by 30 addition all the way across the back under those heat units. There'll be a roof line 12 by 30. It'll come out kind of into where our gardens were last year, so I'll have to move those. But I've got a foundation to pour here and a slab, and then get this built this summer. It's on my priority list at this point to get this done, so I really need to focus on it. Probably should have done it to begin with, but when we built the building, we were just trying to get it done, get open, and I just didn't get to this. But there'll be a roof attached, and it'll go out and sit on a foundation and be finished to match the rest of the building, and it'll be a floor drain in there and plumbing, and just a regular commercial kitchen with stainless tables and the works eventually. I don't know how much we're going to be able to afford to do this year, but we can at least get the shell up. All right, I'm going to put the camera down now and help Heather plant some seeds, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.